My favorite day to play is the 4th of July, hands down.
July 4th is that middle of the summer where, you know, everything stops, but baseball doesn't.
4th of July food's epic.
The one day out of the year it feels like everybody as a whole kind of comes together and puts their differences aside.
I'm super proud to be American. Extremely patriotic. I will wave the flag at any chance I get.
First thing I think of when I think of 4th of July is just, all our forefathers that, helped build the country to the way it is now, and it's a great place to live.
I don't think it's any coincidence that our international country codes won, because we rock.
It's Giants baseball on the 4th of July, and it's coming up next. Giants are back home. They're at AT Park. It's the 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Game 1 of this 4-game series, Padres and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, it is the Padres for 4. You have to play well within your division to win this thing. The Giants are 20-11, but here's the team that gave them problems last year, the Padres.
Well, Padres really did. This is the team the Giants just could not seem to beat, especially early last year. Now, coming into today's game, both teams in their last 10 games have gone 7-3. The big difference, the Padres are 8 games under 500. The Giants are 11 games over 500. 8 of the next 11 games the Giants play will be against these Padres. So the Padres are thinking they have to make a move now or it's never going to happen.
All right, it'll be the 7th game of the World Series for the Padres at least. It is the 4th of July. It's going to be fun. Lineups, first pitch coming up.
Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Tim Lincecum leading the charge out of the dugout. Game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open every day, 68 degrees here at the Yards. We've got light winds, humidity at 59%, and the forecast is for fair to fairly good to really good. Here's a look at Bud Black's lineup. It'll be Venable, Bartlett, Headley, and then Ludwig. Check out Headley over his last 16 games. He can hit. Hudson will hit fifth. He's got good numbers against Lincecum. Then it's Mabin, the rookie, Rizzo, Hunley, and Clayton Richard on the hill.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Tim Lincecum. Lincecum, 27 years old, 5'11", 170-pounder, in his fifth year at the big league level. 6-3 lifetime against these Padres, and here are his numbers. 6-6 with a 3.04 ERA. And Lincecum really has been pitching beautifully. Got his mechanics back 2 starts ago and has really been on top of his game. And when he's on top of his game, he'll have 4 pitches that he can throw at you, and 4 pitches he can strike you out with. A fastball that'll go 93-96, curveball, slider, and a split, which he uses as his changeup. As I mentioned, 6-3 against the Padres, but with a lifetime ERA in 14 games of 2.03. Defensively behind Lincecum, the Giants will set it up this way. First of all, in the outfield, there'll be Ross, Rowan, and Sherholtz. Crawford and Sandoval will control the left side of the infield, with Burris, who's been playing a great second base, joined by Huff on the right side, and then Chris Stewart will be in the squad, putting down the signs against these San Diego Padres. And we're going to be saying that a lot here in the next 11 games. 8 of these 11 games will be against these Padres.
So these two teams will get to know each other. They've only played 2 games against each other. And that was right at the very beginning of the season. Giants opened up with 4 in LA, had a day off, and then played 2 games in San Diego. And it was 2 games that the Giants won. So here's Lincecum facing Will Venable, and the first pitch of the ball game is bunted foul. So we get started at 2:07. Venable hitting .246, a home run, 13 RBIs.
He really was in a funk earlier, and they sent him out. And since he's been recalled from Tucson, he's been hitting .317 with a homer, 5 RBIs. And like you said, I mean, he's a guy who could do a lot of things. He's got good speed. He's got power in his bat.
Stewart will come back, but he will run out of room. It's 1-2.
Problem with Venable is just not making enough contact. Too many strikeouts. So he went down, took a little swing out, and now he's back.
Bartlett on deck, just underway here at 3rd and King. And a flare to left, and that's going to fall. And Venable has got some speed, but Ross gets to it quickly, and that's how this game gets started, on a flare to left.
Now, the one thing the Padres do is they will run.
I mean, in a lot of ways, the Padres are like the Giants with that exception. The Padres will run up and down their lineup. The Giants only have a couple of guys that will run. Here's Bartlett. Bartlett hitting .240 with a home run, 21 RBIs. And the pitch is in tight. No swing on the appeal. Tim Timmons is your home plate umpire.
And Tim Timmons has got a good zone. It's a low ball zone. It's a good, consistent zone. And you will have width on both sides of the plate, but he likes the low strike.
Venable looked like he was going to go, but then put on the brakes. And not in time, but very close.
Boy, Bobby Huff thought he had him. You don't see Huff show much emotion when there's pickoff plays. Eric Cooper, the first base umpire today, making the call. A little bit of a lean there.
He got back. One ball and one strike. Lincecum 6-3 lifetime. He has one win against these Padres this year, as he beat them in one of those games in that 2-game series. Ball gets away from Stewart, and Venable will work his way down to second.
Now that's what you have to do as a base runner. I mean, you have to get your secondary lead and anticipate that ball in the dirt. And you can watch the fly of the ball. If you anticipate it right, you know that ball is going to go down in the dirt. Once that ball spits away, let's watch the reaction from Venable. Gone. You would expect that from a second-generation big leaguer. His dad, Max, former Giant, a really good base runner.
Double look to second, and Bartlett just gets out of the way at a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. On the ground towards the hole and in the hole for a base hit is Bartlett. Comes up with a single, putting runners at the corners. The last at bat that Will Venable had in this ballpark was Wilson to Venable. He struck out, and the Giants won the West.
And that started a most memorable October and November. But it went down to the last day of the regular season to get into the tournament, the playoffs.
Here's Headley. Venable at third, Bartlett at first. Lincecum trying to get through a rocky first inning. And a fastball that's high. I mentioned Timmons behind the dish. It's Cooper, Kellogg, and Rayburn around the infield. Headley takes a strike. 6 for 22 for Headley against Lincecum. Couple of doubles and a big fly. Into center field. Rowan coming in. Rowan will make the catch. He's going to airmail this baby, and it goes all the way to the backstop. And coming in to score is Venable. It's 1-0.
A nice at bat by Chase Headley. And you saw with Rowan coming in, he saw Bartlett, the runner between first and second, going back out of the corner of his eye to first base, so he gambled and just airmailed everybody. Now that base runner goes out there and holds his ground halfway, and he sees that overthrow go over the cutoff man, that he just walks into second. But Rowan saw that Bartlett was going back hard to first, so he had a chance to gamble, and he did.
Here's Ludwig.
And it's not a bad play if that runner doesn't advance, but you have to know for sure he's going back to first. If you airmail the cutoff man, that guy takes second. It's a horrible play.
Ludwig takes a belt-high strike. He's having a good year. 10 home runs, 51 driven in. He's hitting .252. He's got 9 strikeouts against Lincecum in 17 at-bats. Fouled off of Stewart's glove. It's 0-2.
Now, traditionally, this is when you can get Lincecum in the first inning. Once he finds his rhythm and locks it down, he's very difficult scoring. There is that little area of vulnerability, and you can say that about a lot of really good pitchers. Get them before they find their rhythm.
Got him.
All right, time now for our Farmers Insurance Report Card. Take a look at Tim Lincecum and what he's done in his career against the National League West. Padres 6-3, Arizona 7-2, Dodgers 5-2, Colorado 8-6. And the last two starts against the Padres, 2-0 with a 1.29 ERA, and they hit only a $1.96 against it.
Here's Hudson.
Who's had great numbers against Lincecum.
Eight for 19, 3 doubles. His numbers lifetime against the Giants are good. And the runner goes. Stewart's guns it. Not in time. Bartlett with his 16th steal.
You know you're going to get a good jump against Lincecum. For the most part, he's pretty slow out of the stretch. He can be fast, but most of the time he's not. And Chris Stewart, who's extremely fast, making it very close. This is our Ultramo, brought to you by Toyota, your local Toyota dealer.
Hudson with a base hit to right field, and this is going to make it 2-0. So the ownage continues for Hudson.
And how big was that stolen base? Pretty good pitch to hit location-wise. And that usually is what happens. Guys who have good success against you, they get good pitches to hit against you. But one thing's for sure, he definitely sees it out of his hand. So Hudson and Blake DeWitt, those are guys that Lincecum does not like.
Hudson's got 11 steals, so it's likely he'll be taken off.
Well, this whole team's going to go against Lincecum. He's going to have to get quicker out of that stretch.
Inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's 1.44 seconds. Average is 1.25. So every 100th of a second, I mean, that's, or every 10th of a second rather, that's 3 feet. So
Burris will actually flip to Crawford, and that'll end the inning. 2-0 Padres. Take a look at Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll start out with Aaron Rowan, followed by Burris, and then Sandoval with a 14-game hitting streak. Huff the cleanup hitter, then Ross Sherholtz. Stewart will hit 7th, Crawford 8th, Lincecum 9th.
On the hill today for the San Diego Padres will be the big left-hander, Clayton Richard. 27 years old, 6'5", 250-pounder, and here's what he's done. 4-9 with a 4.09 ERA. Richard 2-4 seeing the fastball. He's got a cut, a curveball, a slider, a split. He throws everything at you. Likes to work very quick. His fastball go 90, 94 depending on the grip. Very good athlete for a big guy.
You see stats how guys do lifetime against another team. How about Richard just last year against the Giants? 4-1 in one season.
It's amazing you would have that many starts against the same team.
Or that many decisions. The 3-0 to Rowan. Rowan hitting .251, 2 home runs, 15 RBIs. Pops this one down the right field line. A long run for Rizzo, but it'll bounce out of play. You get an idea that Richard, when he gets the ball back from Hundley, once he catches it, he's about 3 seconds away from throwing it. Foul. Giants had a 4-3 road trip, which they were unhappy with. Here's the 3-2 to Rowan, and Rowan pops it up. Venable out in right field. 1 out.
What do you say we take a look at the Padres defense playing behind plate, Richard? It'll be Ludwig, Maven, and Venable. That's your outfield. Bartlett and Headley on the left side. Hudson with the 4 gloves, joined by the rookie Rizzo on the right side, and Hundley will be in the squad putting down the signs.
Burris on the ground, foul.
Sneaky ball dude. Yep. That is Nathan Stollett.
One ball and 1 strike. Burris hitting .236. Fouls this one out of play. It's 1-2.
Giants and Padres wearing the special caps today in honor of our nation's birthday. Here's Bochy, who is a military kid.
Bartlett got him by half a step. Nice play.
That was. I mean, that's the play that makes a big league shortstop. But you know you have speed in the batter's box, and you're going deep into the hole. To be able to get set up quickly and get off a throw with enough on it to get the fast runner, that's what separates the men from the boys. And Bartlett executes flawlessly. Just gets him.
Here's Sandoval. Sandoval at .291, 7 home runs, 22 driven in. Well, at least he kept his bat. A lot of those go into the stands.
Well, I don't know if his hands were even touching the bat when the bat made contact with the ball. And they just toss it out there. Let's watch this swing. Yeah, that's called throwing the head right there. He's the Panda. He does amazing things.
He does.
Yesterday, in one at bat, he hit a ball off his left knee early in the at bat, and then he hit a ball off his right knee in the same at bat. So we asked him today, "Are you sore?" He goes, "Nope, I'm too happy to be sore."
2-2.
Happy to be back in San Francisco. the troops got to the ballpark today and they found out what the weather was going to be like, they were fired up. They like it hot.
And Panda stays alive. After a long trip, it's always quite interesting. Land back in San Francisco, you walk off that plane and whap. Get the fawn. High and foul down the left field line.
Well, that felt good.
Sandoval into left center field. That's going to be a base hit. And the Panda's going for 2. And he will make it. He heads up.
Look out. We're good. I'm telling you, if I want a yard, and you're in the 1 yard line, it's a Super Bowl. Giving the ball to the Panda is not a bad idea.
All right, I got another one for you.
What's that?
I want him to stop the guy from getting a yard.
He could do it. Well, let's take a look as he rounds first and heads out for a gapper double, and he runs safe at second, safe and secure. And that, my friends, is New York Life. What? Orlando Hudson getting upended here.
Easy, fella. I know we're tight, but not that tight.
That was pretty tight.
Huff takes high, 1 ball and no strikes.
There is carry in this ballpark today to right field. You don't normally see it. There's not much wind. A warm day, but right field is live, especially for guys like Huff, who's got popped that way.
He's got good numbers against Clayton Richards. He's 7 for 19. Giants will take a single here to the outfield and get on the board.
Yes, they would. Giants 7-3 in the last 10 games. One thing they've done very well in the category of scoring after they give up runs. They have an opportunity to do that right now.
Big breaking ball. And Huff out in front. It's a 1-2.
All right, time now for our Ford right choice. We go back to October, and it was the big double off the bat of Aubrey Huff that was a difference maker. Lit this place up, lit the Panda up, lit Huff up, lit everybody up. That's our Ford right choice.
Foul, one of many big hits from that point on until November 1st.
And that was the result. Giants got to hoist the flag at the start of this year. It says world champs on it for the first time here in San Francisco.
Right at Hudson, and that'll end the inning. After 1-0 Padres. Second inning here on the 4th of July. The first look in person at Anthony Rizzo, the prize prospect for the San Diego Padres, and he takes a pitch wide, 1 ball and no strikes. Hitting a .164 with a home run and 4 driven in as he takes low.
He was in that deal that sent Adrian Gonzalez to Boston. Rizzo coming over from the Red Sox to the Padres.
67 at bats. He struck out 26 times. 6 doubles, a triple. Hundley on deck, and then the pitcher, Clayton Richard.
Well, Rizzo had a breakout year last year between AA and AAA. He had 25 home runs and 100 RBIs, but his lifetime record as a minor leaguer, 248.
All right, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, happy 4th of July. And in honor of today, the Giants would like to recognize several organizations helping out those who help us as they serve and protect for our freedom every single day. Of course, Strikeouts for Troops, Barry Zito's nonprofit organization, was recognized on the field before the game. Barry's donating $500 for every strikeout today. INSEER, which is an organization that helps and focuses on brain trauma for veterans. And of course, Operation Care and Comfort, they're here right now taking donations. They make care packages, gentlemen, and send them out to our troops all over the world. And if you need any more information, just check out their websites. It should be a graphic up for you right now, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's the 0-1, and it's a foul back. USAA would like to recognize our American military members here at the stadium today.
Well, there's a lot of our nation's elite here in attendance. A lot of them have their uniforms on. So for all of us here in the Giants organization, we salute you. Say thank you.
One and two. Hundley 5 for 15 in his career against Lincecum. Rizzo chased back. He's got a double, a triple, and a home run, so he's hit for the cycle against the 2-time Cy Young Award winner Tim Lincecum. Two and two. Lucille's in the spirit. Center field. Rowan. One out. Before the game, we saw some active personnel and some non-active personnel. Everybody really generous with their time before the ball game.
Nobody more than Barry Zito. He was the chairman for Strikeout for Troops. Does a lot of work.
Richards 2 for 26 on the season as he shows bunt, and he lets it go by, and it's a strike. Sandoval and Huff coming down the line.
Look at Richards' batting average, 0.77. That really doesn't compute. I mean, he's a pretty good hitter.
Well, pitchers can have off years with the bat, right?
Of course.
So maybe that's what it is.
Now, one thing about Richards is if he shows bunt early, and I think that's what you do. You get out, you put that bunt out there early. Not deking anybody by put it out there on top of the strike zone. And then if that third baseman or first baseman get too aggressive on you, then you pull it back and you slash. They determine if you put the bunt down or not. Bunt should go up the first base side.
One and two on the foul ball on the bunt. Sandoval still in at third. 2-0 Padres. Second inning. And Stewart says, I'm not even going to catch it.
Didn't have to.
It gives Lincecum a strikeout.
$500 more.
He didn't? He just kind of stood there.
Didn't know he was out. Well, everything's pretty good until there. If it's one strike, you'd have seen Chris Stewart make a severe dive to try and catch that thing.
Absolutely.
2 strikes, you pop it up, you're out.
Venable blooped one over Sandoval for a leadoff single. Well, this gang is pumped up. They'll be doing this in the 7th inning.
Oh, yeah. They have definitely got their colors on, don't they?
If that's the kid in the back, if those are all of his sisters, he's in trouble. There's a bouncer to Burris, and it goes between his legs.
Well, right now, the Giants have to shake the cobwebs out. They got back into San Francisco last night about 8:15.
See how you get flat-footed and you get no rhythm? If you can feel every ball moving just a little bit, it doesn't have to be much. It's very helpful. But if you get flat-footed, the ball will play you every time. So now Bartlett's got a shot to make this hurt. And the fastball is high, 1-0.
And it's getting a lot of extra pitches out of Lincecum.
Is it ever?
He's at 38 here, which is too many. You want to average 15 or less an inning.
Runners go, and it's a double steal.
If you watch, Chris Stewart could not complete the exchange. Knew he had to hurry, and he never had a chance.
Two balls and 1 strike.
Big split. I mean, this is a big at bat in this game.
Man, second inning when we were saying it.
Yeah, Lincecum knows it.
Two and two.
Lincecum trying to pitch through the air. Curveball. Good location on the 2-2. Great take.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Popped him up. Should be Sherholtz's ball. It is. Side retired. So Lincecum pitches out of the mini mess. Lucille has got the spirit. Yes, he does. Two 2-0 San Diego as Cody Ross takes a pitch high. It'll be Ross, Sherholtz, and Stewart. Giants hit the ball okay off of Richard in the first inning. They just didn't have anything to show for it. Up the middle, and that'll be a base hit. Richard did not miss it by much. Well, this is not the end of this series. There's 3 more games, all night games, and there are good seats available here at AT&T Park. So plan now. Go to sfgiants.com. Come on out to the yard, and then when you do that, come on back. The Mets are in town this weekend. Here's Sherholtz. Sherholtz looks at a strike. 277, 4 home runs, 24 RBIs, 11 for 24 on the road trip. Plus, he hit the hardest ball of the day yesterday and was right at the first baseman, Miguel Cabrera, with runners at second and third, and really it may end up being the difference of the game.
Oh yeah, he's fired up. Good looking uni. Wow. I just got picked off.
Yeah, me too.
That is a good move. Cody Ross getting off there, and he just did get back. That was bang, bang. Move like that will short you up, no question.
On the ground foul past Roberto Kelly. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Down low with Stewart on deck. Giants are 20-11 against teams in the West. Give you an idea how the Padres haven't played in the West much. Giants are 20-11. The Padres are 11-11. Lost back. The Padres schedule, however, gets a little bit more National League West challenging. very soon. Sherholtz pops it out to left. Bartlett just hangs on.
Wow.
Cody Ross had to get as close to second base as he could.
He used every bit of the web on his glove on that catch. Not a comfortable play. You're in the middle of the diamond right now. You're going to battle sun. You see the reflection in the sunglass. And just did catch it to the high backhander, but it was a web catch. And that's what you're looking up at. A day where you need sunglasses.
The next 11 games, including this one for the Padres, are against the West.
Action out in the Cove today. Great day for it.
Double play ball. Bartlett to Hudson. Double play. And that'll end the inning. It goes 6-4-3. Third inning coming up. 2-0 San Diego. Eat Fresh, asked Crooked Kite. Mandy from Mill Valley, what are you going to throw on the grill tonight?
Veal chops.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So you knew what that question was going to be?
Nope. I just knew what I was throwing on the grill tonight.
Well, we're going to try something different at our house.
What's that?
Octopus.
Really?
Yep. Supposed to be fabulous. Corn on the cob and some octopus. 1-1 pitch to Headley is down low. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Octopus. You're the first guy in the history of the state of Wisconsin to have a 4th of July and have octopus thrown on the grill.
Not in Wisconsin. Hit high and foul down the left field line. It's 2-2.
Yeah, but you're from the land of
If I was in Wisconsin, I'd never do it. They might arrest me.
Well, what is a standard barbecue on 4th of July in Wisconsin?
On the ground towards the hole and into the hole for a base hit. It's not going to be an easy afternoon for Lincecum.
Yeah, 3 times now the Padres have gotten that first base runner on in each inning. Well, tonight's baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by USAA, proudly serving the financial needs of the military veterans and their families. USAA.
And lots of brats to answer your question. There's the right attitude for today. Here's Ludwig. Ludwig struck out looking in the first inning.
Wide open stance by Ludwig.
Ludwig skies went into center field. Rowan is coming in hard, but now he slows down. Here's Hudson. It is the day to grill, though, isn't it? 4th of July.
It is. So burgers, brats, corn on the cob, that's what you have in Wisconsin.
Brats.
Brats. And more brats. California is a little different.
Hudson singled in a run on the first. Snap throw to first. And just getting back is Headley. Okay.
It's a good sign right there.
Yeah.
All right. Nice going. Give him the check of approval.
Topper to third. Sandoval is going to have to hurry, and they get Hudson. Headley now in scoring position.
God bless America. God bless the Giants. Happy 4th of July. This really is one of my favorite holidays in the year because of where it falls in the year. I mean, this is really baseball's holiday. How about that seat? She got run up there for not doing her homework.
I don't know about that one. Here's Maben. Maben got a hanging something, and he just missed it. This is one where you'd like to have it back if you're a hitter. We're having fun. That's very high, by the way.
That's like scary high.
Ooh, boy, that just missed.
Oh, that's Tim Timmons' zone, too. I mean, he's a low ball guy. So you'll see knees and slightly below the knees consistently called a strike. They set up in the inside corner. I mean, that's a coin toss there. That could have gone either way. Head's a strike, tails it's a ball.
"54 pitches already for Lincecum. It's 2-1 to Maben. Maben bounced out, and he pops this one up. More work for Rowan. Side retired. Crawford will lead things off. For Lincecum and Rowan. We got some brats.
That's Wisconsin style. Down in San Luis Obispo, it's Linguiça.
Alfred runs up to bunt. Well, we don't have to have things that sound sophisticated in Wisconsin. It's a broad. 1 ball and no strikes as Crawford called time.
Well, I think a brat's more sophisticated than a hot dog.
Linguiça. Rolled foul.
Saw Rizzo, the rook, who just got called up in the minor leagues, caught the ball and flipped it into the dugout. In the minor leagues, you don't throw balls in the stands, you get fined. He'll get over that.
Crawford hitting .212.
Yeah, his at-bats have really got much more confident on this last road trip.
Now it's 2-2. And a full count with Lincecum watching from the on-deck circle.
Well, as Giants fans get to know Brandon Crawford, I mean, you're going to pretty much see it consistently where he'll go 0-2 or 1-2 to a full count. And a good eye.
Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, guys, we've got an injury update for you. I spent some time with Giants head trainer David Greshner today, who gave me an update on Jonathan Sanchez. Today he threw on flat ground from about 90 feet. He threw 20 pitches, no pain. He's been suffering from bicep tendonitis. They're looking to have him throw a bullpen in a few days. And Freddie Sanchez, who's in Arizona rehabbing, is doing very well. He had been swinging a fungo bat lightly, and Dave told me today that he started hitting off of a tee. Best case scenario, gentlemen, Freddie could return by August. Best case scenario.
Wow, good stuff. Plus, you saw Buster Posey today.
Buster Posey had the cast off, and he was getting some stretching done to his ankle by Dave Greshner.
Here's the 1-0. Instead, Richard steps off.
And Buster Posey had a smile on his face, and I asked him why. He says, because I don't have any more pain. It's healing nicely.
Lincecum kind of chopped at that. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Buster looked good.
We need to invite him to sit between us for a couple of innings.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Wants to come out. Two-4 on the bunt. Here's Rowan.
So Lincecum getting the job done. 6th time that he's been able to get that bunt down. And you just get it out there far enough to where the catcher doesn't have to play at second base, and that was right there, very effectively done.
Here's Rowan. Inside corner to Rowan. He snapped his head back. No balls and 1 strike.
I've got some scoopage for you.
Rowan pulls it foul. All right.
Well, you know, today's the day, 4th of July, they have that hot dog eating contest.
Yes.
And the world champion is Joey Chestnut, and he's from San Jose, so he won again today. And why is that significant? Because guess what he had on? Giants jersey. He's a Giants fan. So we say congratulations, Joey Chestnut.
Rowan pops this one down the right field line. Maybe Rizzo's got a play, and it is out of play. There's the dog. Got a good seat. I gotta, you know what? Until he beats Dennis Higgins in the broad eating contest, I'm betting on Higgy. 0-2 to Rowan. Nice block by Hunley.
Dennis Higgins, who was part of our broadcast team in the year 2000 when this ballpark opened up. Could he?
What was his record? He had like 17 in Milwaukee, 3-game series.
Yeah. Well, today, Joey Chestnut had 62 in 10 minutes.
Two and 2 to Rowan. Crawford drew a walk, went to second on a sacrifice bunt. Not close.
Easy takes. And Richards running his pitch count up. Next pitch will be number 50.
Rowan fights it off. As Richards staying in on the hands of Aaron Rowan.
I think our fan pulled a hammy going for the ball.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Yeah, ouch, ouch. Rowan out swinging. First strikeout.
Let's take a look at the strike three pitch. Like a changeup. And Rowan way out front. So it's going to be left to Emmanuel Burris to try and get that run in. Giants need to put a little ding on the scoreboard.
Yes, they do.
Just to let Clayton Richard know that they're out there.
Remember, Richard 4-1 against the Giants last year. A one-hopper to Headley, and that'll end the inning. Giants strand one. There's the hammy. Ouch.
Champions walk brick. That's right. How do you do it? Go to sfgiants.com/brick.
Breaking ball to Anthony Rizzo, and it's a strike. Rowan comes in, and he will put it away on the second pitch of the inning.
All right, as Rizzo heads back to the bench, what do you say we ask our trivia question brought to you by AT&T? Question today: name the only players to make the All-Star team as both a Padre and a Giant. That's a good question.
Hundley hit a fly ball to center field. He'll swing and miss, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Four hits for the Padres, 2 for the Giants. Stewart will come back. Still coming back. Out of play. So Stewart just ran out of room.
Well, you got to pay attention if you're down there and that pop-up goes up.
Well, you do not want to get hit on top of the head. Maybe the forehead's okay because then you're paying attention.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. But David Jenkins, one of the Giants investors, is down there in the first row, and he never looked up, and he almost got domed.
One and 2. Hundley hits one foul.
There's David Jenkins. Guy's going, yo, oh, dude, you need to look up.
One-two pitch. Ooh, just high, maybe inside. 2-2.
Such a hard pitch to take.
Got him.
Starting to lock into his rhythm. Well, Giants fans, what did you do to help the Giants win a ring? Let's keep the rally going. Log on to www.helpthegiantswin.com and share your rituals / superstitions and beliefs on why the Giants won because of you and you alone. Share your stories by logging on to www.helpthegiantswin.com.
Into left field. Ross isn't going to get it as it flies by him. And Richard's going to have at least a double. He does. He's standing at second with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's the stroke we saw a lot last year. When he came to the ballpark today, looked up at his batting average, 0.77 with him. Something's wrong. Because this is a good swing. And anytime you can go the opposite gap and drive it through for an extra bagger, you can hit.
Venable is 1 for 2. He singled, a little bloop job into left field in the first, and then hit a ground ball to Emmanuel Burris, and it shot under his legs, and Venable reached on the air. Lincecum has had to deal with a Padre in scoring position in every inning. Consequently, his pitch count is very high. He's 3 pitches away from 70. 3-0. Richard at second with 2 outs. Swing.
Bud Black letting Venable go at it with a 3-0 count. And I think that's a good play. There's Buddy Black, who was a good Giant. Former pitcher.
3-2. On the ground, it'll be Crawford. Side retired. As Lincecum again leaves a runner stranded in scoring position.
Of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
All right, what do you say we ask and answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T? The question today, can you name the only players to make the All-Star team as both a Padre and a Giant? Our survey said, well, Gaylord Perry did it, and so did Benito Santiago. Good question today.
See, I almost was thinking Big Mac. Sandoval. He will lead things off.
I was thinking Dave Drarecki.
Sandoval doubled in the first.
Could have been Terry Kennedy.
Gene Richards.
Kevin Mitchell. Had a few candidates.
Looped into center field. Nathan's got such long strides. Here's Brian Wilson. What's the food he likes on 4th of July?
4th of July food's epic, especially from the East Coast. You get brown bread, which is bread made in a can, which is kind of interesting, but it tastes so good. Baked beans, hot dogs, hamburgers. I mean, this food, you know, it doesn't get more like American than that.
Oh, he cracks me up.
Well, he's passionate about every topic you throw at him.
Well, he says it like, and don't you argue with me.
He says it like you want to go out and get the bread out of the can. And we used to have that bread when I was a kid, too. It's good.
1-2. Huff lined out to Hudson at second base to end the first inning. Chops this one, and it's going to kick foul.
Containership. Now, John Miller, our partner, would tell you what's the name of the ship, what it's got on it, where it's from, how long it's going to port here.
And he would tell you what's in the containers.
Yeah.
1-2 to Huff. Got him. Second strikeout.
Good hard slider, a good location. That's how you take advantage of a 1-2 count. You go low and let the movement fall below the zone. And Huff cannot lay off.
Cody Ross with a base hit. He singled up the middle to lead off the second. So Richards doing what he did last year. He's just making it tough on the Giants.
And the Giants know the importance of getting on the starters of the Padres, as the bullpen for the Padres is lethal. Anchored by all-star Heath Bell. They are not easy to score on late.
Three and 0 to Ross with Sherholtz on deck. And a 4-pitch walk.
Well, really, both pitchers have created opportunity every inning. It's the Padres have been able to capitalize on a money hit, but the Giants have not been able to do that, and that's the difference in the game.
Ross gets back. Giants won 2 out of 3 in Detroit, and while the Giants were doing that, the Padres lost 2 out of 3 in Seattle. Low to Sherholtz. Sherholtz got to pitch up, and he had a good rip. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's to the red, white, and orange. Oh yeah, I see the flag.
Yep.
I like that. It's one thing we saw a lot of from the Giants fans on the last road trip. A lot of signs. Fun.
Here's the 1-1 to Nate Sherholtz. Look out.
Little slider right over the helmet of Sherholtz.
Big chopper. And that'll end the inning. So the Giants strand 1 through 4, 2-0 San Diego. It happened in 1961 on this date. First game of a doubleheader in Chicago. Orlando Cepeda tied a Giants record with 8 RBIs. Billy O'Dell set a Giants record for strikeouts by a reliever with 13. Giants won that game on July 4th, 1961 by a final of 19-3. Here's Bartlett, and it's low. 1 ball and no strikes. Bartlett is single and scored, and he's popped out to right. The breaking ball flops in there. 1 ball and 1 strike. Lincecum looked like he was on his way to a 1-2-3 clean inning in the 4th, but then Clayton Richard doubled. Out of play. It's 2-2.
This feels like every other Padre game we saw the Giants and Padres play last season. Just great pitching, scratch and claw offenses going at each other. It gets down to who plays the cleanest defense and who can come up with the money hit. It's important when you're playing pitching like this that you play clean defense.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Hit well into left center field. Cody Ross is on the move, and this one bounces over the wall for a ground rule double. So once again, the leadoff hitter is aboard here in the 5th.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Play the zone only at Cache Creek. For a chance to play the red hot zone, visit cachecreek.com for details. Now, this is going to be a big challenge right now for Lincecum. Leadoff double, and here comes the heart of the Padres lineup.
Headley, a sacrifice fly and a single. And he will spin and chase Bartlett back. Bartlett was part of a stolen base, a double steal in the 1st inning.
And it's a pure strikeout situation for Lincecum. Runner at second, nobody out. And he is very comfortable in that strikeout scenario.
Maybe a little up, but a called strike. Ludwig. And then Hudson. And now it's 0-2. So Lincecum in the strikeout mode. No balls and 2 strikes.
Oh yeah, we have a winner. Raise it up.
Yep, hold your hand, stand up.
Hooray! Dad.
Way outside, 1-2.
Well, it's a dad's job to embarrass their daughter when they're at a certain age.
Certain age?
Yeah, like from 2 to 72.
0 to 50. Well, he had him set up, and he just missed. It's 2-2. Bullpen activity for the Giants.
Well, pitch count becoming a concern. A lot of stretch time today for Lincecum.
That's Buddy Black that made the play?
Skipper, Buddy Black, making a pick.
I remember he threw well, but I don't remember him having good hands.
It's pitcher. Highly skilled, professionally trained, world-class ex-athlete.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Got him.
Now that's what he was pitching for. And he went to a curveball to finish off. Headley, and that's a good one. That might even have been a split. But Lincecum, at times it's hard to tell. He got downward movement on all of his specialty pitches, the slider, the curveball, and the split.
Ludwig, a strikeout victim in the first, a fly ball to Rowan in the third. Telling you, he's doing that just to catch a breather.
Not a bad idea. But it is a steal situation. And Lincecum, I mean, he's the only guy I've ever seen do this, where he'll come set with a runner at second and not even give a look. But it messes guys up.
It does.
We have never seen anybody take advantage of it.
No balls and one strike. Boy, just inside. It's now 1-1. Lincecum with one walk. He walked Rizzo in the second. 4 strikeouts. His fourth. Headley here in the fifth. The 1-1 to Ludwig. 2 balls and 1 strike with Hudson to follow. Lincecum is due to hit third in the bottom of this inning. That's a base hit up the middle, and that is going to score Bartlett, and it's now 3-0. So the Padres have been able to do something very well today, and that's the base hit with runners in scoring position. And here's Hudson.
Well, that's going to bring out Dave Righetti. And I think he's going to do what we thought Lincecum may have done for himself a little early in the inning, and that's give himself a breather. Santiago Casilla, I mean, he's just about greased up down the Giants' pin, so I don't think this is really an effort by Righetti to get more time for the pin. I think he wants to give more time to Lincecum. And here comes Tim Timmons to break up the rock pile.
So it'll be Hudson with Ludwig at first, a run in. Hudson looks at a strike.
That was a quick off-speed pitch. And that's where he needs to be. He needs to be down around the knees. He has made some mistakes up.
Ludwig, 1 steal. He's been thrown out once. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2.
That was pitch number 90. But it's how he's had to make all those pitches. The majority of them have been in the stretch.
Tapped out in front of home plate. Stewart a long way to go, and he gets rid of it quickly.
It's the one play that never ever ceases to impress me at the big league level. The way catchers get out of the squat, get out in front of the home plate, and can make that play. Not many plays in baseball where the ball's running or moving away from a player. And this is just perfect footwork. Very compact throwing motion. You don't have to get a lot on it. It just has to be quick, because you don't have that much time. Nicely done.
Maben has bounced out and he's popped out. Both times he's had a chance to knock in a run, and he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Ludwig at second. Sandoval on a big hop. And that ends the inning. So a run on 2 hits for the Padres. 3-0.
Bottom of the 5th, and Chris Stewart is leading off for the Giants. And Dwayne and Mike, do you know how he was indirectly related to Brian Wilson taking out his frustrations in Detroit on that innocent Gatorade bucket? Well, Brian used Chris Stewart's bat, and I talked to Chris about it today, and when he saw it after the incident, he saw it was broken, and he said, well, I can't use it. I might as well have fun with it. He took the bat to Brian Wilson, asked him to sign it. The next day, he cut out a picture of Brian Wilson in the paper. He's framed it, and he's going to put the bat up next to it in his home in Southern California. Got to make light of the situation sometimes, gentlemen.
Well, yeah, I thought right away, like, whose bat did he grab? Because if it were mine, I'd be ticked off.
Well, but you have to say, if it was yours in 1985 when you got one bat order for the whole year.
Absolutely not. I mean, did you look at the bat? The bat was a gamer. It had pine tar. It had been used.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's just take somebody's gamer and whack it around. I mean, look at this bat. This is not a new bat.
Well, here was the episode. And boom, there was the one. And then boom, there was it again. And then see ya. So there was a few dings in there. It was a good snappage. But, you know, you're talking about Brian Wilson, the 3-time All-Star. It's definitely worth a story you want to pass on to your grandchildren.
Crawford takes low, so a walk to Stewart. We get a red alert. Darren Balsley out. Bill Hall is on deck. One and 0 to Crawford. Double play ball. 4, 6, 3.
Wow, that's so frustrating. You're sitting on a 1-0 count. You get the pitch you're looking for. You put a great swing on it. You square it right up, and it's a perfect ground ball to the second baseman. 4-6-3 double play. Hang with him.
So Hall hitting for Lincecum.
And he hits Richards good.
On one pitch, it's a 1-3 putout, and that'll end the inning. We will head to the 6th, 3-0. Time for the Coors Light freeze cam. In the very first inning, Pablo Sandoval picked up a double, but there was a play at second base. Sandoval goes in on the belly slide, and then Orlando Hudson tries to get frisky, and it just didn't work. All right, that's our Coors Light freeze cam, brought to you by Frosted Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Santiago Casilla comes into the ball game.
And these are his numbers through 16 games: 101, 2.76 ERA. Had a bout with some wildness his last outing in Detroit.
On the first pitch, Rizzo bounces this one on one hop off of archway number 2, and just like that, once again, the Padres are in business.
Well, they've done an excellent job of getting that leadoff runner on. They have done it every inning with the exception of the 4th inning. And Rizzo getting a pretty good pitch to hit. Taking advantage of it.
Now, Casilla threw 36 pitches yesterday. 1 inning, 2 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, no strikeouts. And a strike, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Off the end of the bat, 0-2.
Action now in the Padres bullpen. It's at Ernesto Frieri.
Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, you know what? It's deep into the season. Young arms, not really.
Hundley leaning just a little bit, got knocked back off the plate.
You look back at Clayton Richards' body of work the last month. He's been pretty steady, getting it up there 100 plus or close to it every outing, and a lot of his outing today was out of the stretch as well.
Two balls, two strikes.
I think it's a way managers definitely protect their pitchers if they have them out there in the stretch a lot. 4 innings of work out of 6.
Crawford a long throw, and they get Hundley.
Good play. Non-productive out. Well, the Giants have sold out 38 straight home games this season. That's every game. And they trying to keep that streak alive. They need your help. Tickets are still available for the remaining game against the Padres. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all 7:15 games. Good seats available, so go to sfgiants.com and get your tickets.
So it's Kyle Phillips, a pinch hitter. Phillips hitting .232, a couple of home runs, 9 RBIs. Takes a fastball inside at 93. Little bloop to left. Tony Ross tracks it down.
And he hurt himself.
Kind of looks like the spring training injury, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. And Bruce Bochy walking down the dugout with his eyes out in left field, watching this left fielder. He had to come a long way for it, and it's when he had to put the brakes on, he went into a limp. It's always a concern for trainers when teams spend time in the Midwest or the East Coast in the middle of summer where it gets hot. They lose a lot of body weight with water. And that's when you can see when guys get dehydrated, they can get prone to pulls, strains, muscle injuries.
Here's Venable down low. Will Venable 1 for 3. And a shot right at Crawford to end the inning. Top of the order coming up for the Giants.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Call 1-800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com to find a local agent. We are insurance. We are Farmers. By Xfinity, home of the most live sports. And by Jack in the Box. For a limited time, Jack's Really Big Chicken Sandwich Combo is back. 2 chicken patties, bacon, and melting cheese, served with a 20-ounce drink, and small seasoned curly fries for only $3.99 plus tax at participating restaurants.
3-0 Padres. A good look at the Golden Gate Bridge. Have folks having fun out in the Cove. 3-0. It's time for a change. Think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up and small experts. As Rowan will lead things off, and he takes a strike.
Ernesto Friere, the new pitcher for these Padres. 37th time he's come in. He's had a good season. Look at the strikeout totals, 48 and 40 innings. See a low 90s fastball, curveball, and a changeup. But definitely strikeout stuff. Friere from Boulevard, Columbia, in his second year at the big league level, 25 years old. Came up through the Padres organization.
Rowan, a little flip job down the right field line. That is going to be a foul ball. And it's now 1-2.
Oh yeah, it's the 4th of July. And they have the spirit.
They have a good attitude. Burris on deck, and then Sandoval. 2-2. Probably a lot of small town parades today all over the country.
They had a big one in Danville this morning.
Big one in Danville.
Year City.
Hit out to left field. On the move is Ludwig, and Ludwig's going to track it down. Let's check in with Amy G.
All right, guys, on the 4th of July, we got to recognize our very own Yankee Doodle dandy. It's the Giants pitching coach, Dave Righetti, 28 years ago today. He threw a no-hitter with the Yankees. It was against the Red Sox. And a fun tradition that the Righetti family does every year, Dave's 3 children, which happen to be triplets, they watch their dad's game every 4th of July. Gentlemen?
Sounds like a fun thing to do. Watch the old man flip a no-hitter.
Yeah, that's a great tradition.
Here's Burris. Burris takes a strike.
Plus, I like the way he finished it up, striking out a Hall of Famer, Wade Boggs.
Indeed he did.
Did it in old Yankee Stadium. What a great memory. Dave Righetti had great stuff. Great stuff.
He walked our old friend, and still friend, Jeff Newman, to get to Boggs. And as Jeff likes to tell it, he was pitching around him. Not.
That would be my version of the story.
Well, Giants needed a base runner, and it comes with a bruise.
Well, speed guys are really taking the helmet in their legs. But you're right. I mean, right now, down 3-0 here in the 6th. Giants have only had 2 hits today. Their offense has been anemic, so a hit batsman's that's a rally. And it puts Friere in the stretch to face Pablo Sandoval. So it is a bruise, but it is definitely a positive.
Sandoval doubled in the first. And a quick toss, and Burris is back. Consecutive games with extra base hits. Cepeda, Mays, Sandoval. How about that?
Put himself in a nice little group, trio.
High and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Padres only have 1 lefty in their bullpen, and they're getting them up. Josh Spence.
Sandoval attacks this one and fouls it down the left field line. Sandoval 1 for 3 lifetime.
We have a winner. Get a foul ball, and you get to shake hands with everybody in your section.
Even if you don't want to meet the guy, you got to.
That's right.
Back is Burris. One ball and 1 strike. Ooh, 2 balls and a strike.
Go Giants.
They got it spelled right.
Well, maybe that's the inspiration of the Giants game right there. Sign goes up. Here comes the offense.
2-1 pitch. Swinging a high drive to right. This baby is way back. Out of here. In the water. 3-2 ball game. Keep that sign up, girls. Oh yeah, there's the inspiration.
Yep, they deserve to stand up and cheer now. They were the cause of that 2-run shot off the bat of Pablo Sandoval. They tried to go up and into him, and he did that. He dropped the boom on him. This is exactly where they want it. But boy, he is locked in right now. He's not hooking anything down the line. He stayed inside it, and he knew it. That was a big potato. Home run number 8.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy oil change and tune-up. Your oil change tune-up with Smog Experts.
Now the new pitcher for the Padres, Josh Spence, just got called up. This will be his 6th game. He's been pretty good. Just 3 base runners in his first 5 innings, 6 strikeouts, no walks. He did not throw very hard. Fastball, slider, changeup, but he's only going to throw low 80s. Good breaking ball, first pitch to Huff. Chad Qualls starting to get greased up.
Well, they got to change the number on the splash hits. It's been sitting on 55 for quite a while.
It's dangerous out there at McCovey Cove when the ball goes in the water.
Of all the places in the city, I've never known a place to have better etiquette than the Cove. Everybody's just polite, no pushing or shoving. Huff rolls it foul. And that's where it ended up. And I'm quite sure everybody behaved themselves.
56th time a Giants hitter has put one in the water. And it lit this place up, and it needed lighting.
Huff turns this one over and rolls it out to Hudson. And Hudson throws him out. This was the home run by Sandoval. And watch how everybody is nice out in the Cove. It's great. That's what I love about the Cove.
Yeah, the surfboard says, I'm going to just jump in. And here comes the race. And the raft runs him over. And the guy tries to kick him. And the guy goes, I'll take a picture of that. How about that? Do not mess with the Coast Guard.
Oh, my word. Here's Cody Ross, a single and a walk.
Now this is the roll of dice here by Bud Black. He's got the right-hander Chad Qualls greased up and ready to go, but he's letting Spence go to Cody Ross because if it gets past Ross, he's going to allow that lefty to face Nate Sherholtz.
Well, he's pitching to Ross like he wants to walk him to face Sherholtz.
All right, you're not giving him much. But here's where you let Cody Ross go on a 3-0. Lay in the bushes and try and do some damage swing.
And he was, and he rolled it foul. The last pitch was at 83.
And that's about what he's going to top out at. He didn't have much fastball, but he's funky.
.76 miles per hour. Ross taking a walk.
Well, when you get a guy who's so far below the average hitting speed, I mean, it can be a tough at bat. You just can't get time to it.
On the walk.
Now the Padres are here for 3 more, and then this weekend the New York Mets are coming to town, the 8th through the 10th. And there are still great tickets available for Orange Friday, July 8th. Saturday is the 6:05 new game time. It's Giants striped socks presented by PlayStation. So go to sfgiants.com and get your tickets. Get out here. We're having fun. You need to be here.
It's Ryan Vogelsong, All-Star, the pinch runner. Here's Sherholtz, and Vogelsong will have to get back.
Do not get picked out. Spence is from Victoria, Australia. Got recruited over here, went to Arizona State. Ninth round pick of the 2010 draft.
This is playable for Headley, and that will end the inning. So Sandoval gets the Giants a little closer on the 2-run home run. It's bye-bye, baby. 3-2 Padres.
Brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Padres. 2 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Giants. The big swing of the bat by Pablo Sandoval, a 2-run shot in the 5th. Padres scored 2 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th. Both starters out after 5. It is a bullpen game, and it is 3-2 Padres. And we are at the top of the 7th, and that was your Toyota game summary.
So Ramon Ramirez to face Jason Bartlett, and Bartlett takes low. It's been Lincecum, Casilla, and now Ramirez. 3-2 Padres. And it's a called strike. Bartlett has scored twice. He doubled to lead off the 5th, eventually scored on a Ludwig single.
Here's the numbers for Ramon Ramirez. A good solid first half for Bruce Bochy. Everybody in that Giants bullpen has had a good solid first half.
Fouled into the seats. It's now 2-2. Out of play. On deck is Headley. And then Ludwig. Rowan's now in left field. And Andres Torres is in center. Nate Schultz moving over to his right, and he'll put it away. 1 out here in the 7th.
It's remarkable how these two teams compare to one another. Offensively, Giants ranking 13th in the National League, Padres 15th. They rank 15th and 16th in runs scored. Pitching staffs, Giants rank 3rd, Padres rank 4th. Fielding wise, Giants rank 11th. They've made 54 errors. The Padres rank 14th. They've made 59 errors.
Headley now behind in the count, 0-2.
Just seems like every time these two teams get together, it winds up in a 1-run ball game. Both teams with really, really good pitching, great bullpens. Giants an edge perhaps in the starting rotation.
Huff to his right. Ramirez covering, 2 out. And here's Ludwig.
You know, it doesn't seem like a very big thing, but it's a technique that first basemen have to learn if you're a young player, first baseman. Pitcher's covering, underhand throw, and there's 2 reasons for it. 1, you show the ball early. It's easy to see if you're a pitcher. And 2, an underhand throw will go up, and you want to make the throw up above the belt. An overhand throw will go down, and a lot of times it goes below the belt. That's a tougher pitch to throw, or tougher throw to handle. So all you young first basemen out there, something to practice. Make it easy on your pitcher.
Hit high and foul and out of play.
That was the first water shot for the Giants this year, I've been told. 56 career-wise. That was a long one.
Foul back, 1-2.
There has never been a water shot by a right-handed hitter.
1-2 to Ludwig. And it's low, 2-2. Got him. Middle of the 7th inning, Giants trailed by a score of 3-2. Presents the singing of God Bless America, and it's from Navy Lieutenant Chris Zundel.
Baseball for the singing of God Bless America. Performing for us, please welcome back Navy Lieutenant Chris Zundel.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with a light from above. From the mountain to the prairie, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Very nicely done, Navy Lieutenant Chris Zundel. We'll be back. Against Chris Stewart in a 3-2 ball game with the Padres on top. And Qualls delivers to Stewart, and it's down low. Stewart is hit into a double play, and then he drew a leadoff walk in the 5th.
See the number for Chad Qualls, one of the best sinkers in the game right here, and he has had a good season. They got him throwing well.
2-0.
And I don't think he can throw the ball straight, but you're talking about one of the really true heavy sinkers. And he'll go 92, 95 mile an hour with it, with a slider and a split to throw off it. At the University of Nevada up in Reno.
Pitch at the knees to Stewart. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Oh yeah. I think he did really good. You can put those two on top of a wedding cake.
Top foul behind Flannery. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I guess. Oh, yeah. And now that's a Marine right there. You did good. Congratulations and best wishes. I expect those guys to overachieve.
2-2 pitch. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Here it is to Stewart. Stewart, it's a little pop-up to right field. It'll hang up for Venable. We had some active and retired service folks come into the booth. Enjoyed showing them around and had a team picture taken.
That guy was elbowing me in the boiler too. Did you see him?
Yeah. So they came in about an hour or so before the first pitch, and we certainly enjoyed having them. As here's Crawford. On deck is Andres Torres. High and foul down the right field line.
Oh yeah, bring some of the wedding cake, eat it to the yard. I'd say that's a memorable day. Get married, head out to the ballpark. Yep, he's an overachiever.
1-1 pitch to Crawford. Fouls it back. He walked in the 3rd inning, hit into a double play in the 5th. He did hit the ball squarely on the nose in the 5th, but right at Orlando Hudson.
He's a much more confident hitter now than he was before the Giants went on that road trip. He had a good road trip.
Tops this one to Hudson. 2 outs.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of ground balls when you see Qualls out there. That's automatic.
Here's Andres Torres batting for the first time. Torres now at 219. He's been in a horrible slump. Should he reach, it would be Rowand on deck. Torres went 1 for 17 on the road trip. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7 for his last 58. And 1 for his last 24.
Well, that makes him do.
Hits this one out to left field. Hits it very well. Ludwig in front of the wall makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. We will head to the 8th.
all-time high 4 Giants were named to the 2011 All-Star team. Brian Wilson received the players vote. Matt Cain, Tim Lincecum, and first-time All-Star selection Ryan Vogelsong were chosen by their manager Bruce Bochy, who's also the National League skipper. And gentlemen, this also marks the first time that the Giants are sending 3 starting pitchers to the Midsummer Classic. Congratulations to them all.
Indeed, indeed. Hudson takes low. An honor for all 4. But boy, what an honor for Ryan Vogelsong.
Well, they've all earned the right to go.
One and 2.
Javier Lopez heading down the Giants bullpen.
He was one of the 3 Giants that Bruce Bochy called into his office yesterday and said, I wish I could have taken you. Hit on the ground to Burris. Burris will make the play. Sergio Romo, he called in his office. He called in Pablo Sandoval.
Well, they've all had all-star quality first halves. It's a shame that Pablo Sandoval spent so much time on the disabled list. When he broke the hamate bone in his hand, had to have the surgery to fix it, because he'd have been there.
You also believe that, assuming Buster Posey would have had the normal progression offensively, that he would have had a good chance of making it.
And there is Buster Posey.
Chopped foul.
Well, he had a chance to be a vote-in candidate.
Yeah. He had a chance to start. You're right. Brian McCann will start. And he's obviously a terrific choice. And the hero last year of the All-Star game.
And we will forever be big fans of Brian McCann. We were before that anyway. He's a great player. You know, he's one of those guys that you wish you played with.
Maben takes high. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three and 1 to Maben. Maben jumping all over that 3-1 pitch, fouls it back, and now it's a full count. Mild hamstring strain for Cody Ross. Yeah, remember it was his calf in spring training. Speaking about Cody Ross.
Well, he's one of those guys that you hope they don't lose for a while.
Sandoval off his glove. He better hustle. Maben can run, and he's going for 2. And the throw is going to be late. That'll be a double.
Boy, Maben went around the bag at first. Once he saw the ball hit off the glove of Sandoval, he had an idea that he might have a chance to go. And when he hit around first base, he was low flying. And there's that speed you were talking about, partner.
So Bruce Bochy's coming out. Lopez coming in when it's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All three of those games will start at 7:15. Good seats available. Go to sfgiants.com and check out the bet series. The Sunday game, the 5:05 start, is sold out. So we'll see you at the Yard starting tomorrow night. Maybin at second. Lopez facing Anthony Rizzo.
Javier Lopez, there's the numbers that he has amassed. 41 games. He's been outstanding. So solid. So consistent.
Big swing and a miss. No balls and one strike.
So that may have been the scout report they gave Rizzo. Try and beat this guy early. Because he was jumping on the first thing he saw.
Low and away as he dropped down a bit. One ball and one strike. At second, Maybin. 1-2.
You got to believe when you face Javier Lopez as a left-handed hitter for the first time, that's a funky experience. What would your approach be? Try and get him early?
Get him early, look breaking ball.
Well, the thing about his breaking ball is that he's pretty creative with it. He can do different things with it. Make it bigger, sweep it.
Runner goes. Stewart cannot throw or chose not to throw. I don't know if he had a grip or what, but it looked like he had a shot.
I think he had a poor grip.
I mean, what you have to worry about doing then, right, is throwing it away.
Well, he opted not to throw, and it changes the at-bat considerably, and it changes the defense because now everybody's got to come in.
And now you have to pitch for the strikeout. And it hit him. And Lopez can't believe it.
Well, I think Lopez is making the point. He thought it hit the bat. That's the back elbow. It definitely got his. It definitely was wrist.
So Romo's coming in. Yep, it hit him right on the left forearm. We'll be back. 3-2 Padres. 1 out. Romo to face Hundley.
There's the numbers for Romo, all good. It's strikeout situation here.
Couple of bluffs. Maben at third. Rizzo at first. And a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1.
91 mile an hour first pitch fastball with good fade boring in on the hands.
And a base hit to left field. Coming in to score is Maben, and Hundley comes through, and it's 4-2.
Right away, Tim.
Sit up in that inside corner. And really, it's right to where they wanted that ball. I mean, that was not a mistake to location. Just nice hitting by Hundley to beat the scout report.
So here's former Giant Jesus Guzman. Guzman hooks it foul. Guzman hitting .281. He's 2 for 4 as a pinch hitter. One of those hits a home run. On the ground to third, Sandoval around the horn to Burris, and that'll end the inning. A run for the Padres. Giants now trail by 2. That's right, get it on. We need the G and the I. Atta baby.
And that'll be before the Giants-Padres game. It starts at 7:15. Chronicle Live and Giants pregame live will broadcast from the Plaza. There'll be all kinds of things going on tomorrow. So head on out. They'll be giving away T-shirts, and there'll be all kinds of things going on. Then tomorrow night at 7:15, you can watch Tim Stouffer, the right-hander, taking on Matt Cain in Game 2 of this 4-gamer. Say Hey Tuesdays.
Here's Adams facing Aaron Rowan. Giants trail by a pair. And Rowan takes a bit high.
See the numbers for Mike Adams. He has been quality. It's like having 2 closers down. That's how good he's been. 41 strikeouts against 5 walks in 37 in the third. Just 24 base runners in 37 in the third innings. That's having a great year.
Rowan fouls it back.
And there's a lot of speculation that Heath Bell may get traded away from the Padres by the trade deadline. If that was the case, this is the gentleman that would assume the responsibilities of closing for San Diego. And he was a strong candidate to go to the All-Star game on Tuesday. One of those guys that disappointed, I'm sure, but certainly deserving of being an All-Star this year with those kinds of numbers.
Rowan 0 for 3, did a fly ball deep to left field in the 6th. On the ground towards the hole. And Bartlett on the backhand, and they got him.
Nice stretch from Rizzo. Big left-handed first baseman for the Padres. Let's take a look at Bartlett and Rizzo on the putout. Rizzo 6'3", 220-pounder, long arms, and he needed it there.
Burris is 0 for 2. He hit by a pitch in the 6th and then came in on the Sandoval home run. And Adams with a quick 0-2. Adams delivers and Burris bounces it right into the dugout, and it knocked one of our camera guys over.
Everybody's okay. Camera's good. We're good. One thing about a guy that walks 5 and 37 in the third, you know he's going to be around the plate.
A little pop-up down the left field line, and Ludwig will put it away. Burris is 0 for 3. Sandoval hit one into the water in the 6th.
And it was a big splash hit. Lit this place up. But that was one of just 3 hits the Giants offensive muster today. Hadn't been a whole lot for this sellout crowd to yell about.
Sandoval's never had a hit against Adams. He's 0 for 8.
Adams is kind of unique as a relief pitcher because he can give you 4 looks: fastball, curveball, slider, changeup. All quality pitches, and he will throw anything at any time.
Sandoval's got a base hit. He's got a good stroke going now, folks.
It's a 3-hit day for Pablo Sandoval. 4 hits, he's got 3 of them. A breaking ball, and he stays inside it, goes the opposite way, finds a gap. Look at the balance through his legs, which allows him a good look at the ball.
First pitch breaking ball for a strike. Huff is 0 for 3. And the ground. And a great play by Rizzo, and that'll end the inning. So, we will head to the ninth, 4-2 San Diego.
After post-game live, you see it right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area, hosted by Damon Andrews and Jim Kozimore. Reaction from the Giants clubhouse. You see that, Joey Chestnut, San Jose native, who was going for a hot dog record. Did he get it? You'll have to find out. Also, you'll take a look around the majors here on the 4th of July. All that and more, the Giants postgame here on Sportsnet Central tonight after post-game live.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and tune-up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Yamamoto, the new relief pitcher for Bruce Bochy, 28th time that he has come in this first half. 2-2 on the year, 4.39 ERA. He has been old reliable.
Tejada is now at third, so Sandoval is out of the game. Venable takes high from Guillermo Mota. (4-2) Padres. And Venable takes a strike. Venable singled to open up the ball game, eventually scored. Fouls this one back. It's 1-2.
Yep, we have a winner. Dug it out, brought his glove. Gets a ball. Out of it.
Bartlett. And then Headley, as Venable stays alive. (4-2) Padres, ninth inning. Venable started to go, but held up.
Moda going after him with a 1-2 changeup. Good pitch. You see Dave Bencher, our old pal.
Full count. Very high and very deep to right, and Venable has hit one out. And it's now 5-2, his second of the year.
And that one found water. I'm not sure if it went on the fly. We do know that it was loud and it was long. One of the rare days where right field opens up. The Giants and now the Padres taking advantage of that. One bounce.
Here's Bartlett. Bartlett has scored twice. He's got 2 hits.
You see the numbers for Bartlett. Having a good day. 2 for 4. Scored a couple times. Stole a bag.
Tejada has it as he moves to his left. 1 out. Yeah, it's been a very nice 4th of July. The score is not what the Giants would like it to be, but so happy 4th of July and a beautiful day from all of us here at Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Headley will be the hitter. Now somebody threw a ball back in, and all it did is slow down the game.
Well, what happened is the ball came from out the water onto the field. Nate Sherholz, who then went over, picked it up, threw it in the stands, and they threw it back. And they just did it again.
It is a bad idea. I mean, it's not even funny.
So the ball's been around, and it's wet. Jeff Kellogg, your crew chief and second base umpire today, putting into it. Chase Headley having a nice season for the Padres, hitting in that 3-hole, pointing to his power numbers. He's only got 2 home runs coming into today's ball game. But in the Padres ballpark, which is not really homer friendly, he can eat up a lot of home runs, and he's kind of become a doubles guy. Not here.
And Headley left his bat at home plate, and he's just thrown out Headley.
Bud Black will go out there and try and protect his player. He wants to know what the deal was. Tim Timmons say, hey, he left his bat, he showed me up. See you later.
He also might have turned around and said something to Timmons when he left.
Kind of gathers him up, pushes him back in. He may have thought there were 2 outs and this was the final out. But I don't know if I'm buying that either.
Well, there would have to have been a pitch in that at bat that he was unhappy with, and I don't remember any pitch that he was.
You know, he may have thought there was 3 outs. He was starting to take his gloves off.
But that's where he said something to Timmons.
You can't blame that swing on Tim Timmons.
If you could do that, I'd have spent my whole day blaming the umpire.
That was an ugly swing.
Headley takes low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Usually you take a swing like that, you want to get back in the dugout in a hurry.
Ludwig's got a base hit in 4 at-bats. Tejada. And that'll end the inning. Giants need 3 to tie and 4 to go home.
Taking on Matt Cain, the All-Star. That game will be at 7 p.m. Pre-game live at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. It is fist pump time as
when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog expert.
Heath Bell, the All-Star closer for the Padres, 2 and 3 on the year with 24 saves and 25 save opportunities. If you're hitting off Heath Bell, he's got a mid-90s fastball, slider, and a changeup he can give at you. Good curveball. Alberto Gonzalez comes in. He'll play third base.
So here's Tejada coming in with the .231 average. And he takes a fastball high.
God bless America and Pruitt and Kite.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's the Dutch version of Pruitt and Kite. Pruitt and Kite. Oh yeah. Gamers. Game of babes from Half Moon Bay. They'll never let you down.
Tejada down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Venables' throw will be late, and it's a double.
Nice opposite field hitting on the breaking ball. One thing about this crowd, nobody leaves early. A lazy breaking ball, hangs out there middle away at the belt and Tejada lets it get deep, throws it out to right, and once he sees it down the line, he knows it's 2.
Here's Sherholtz. 2 for 7 lifetime against Bell. And the fastball is high.
All right, they tightened it up. They took out the eye.
A couple of teachers, English teachers.
Yep.
From Half Moon Bay.
Gamers.
1-0 pitch to Sherholtz. And that evens the count. This crowd is into it. 42,300 today. If the Giants to get another base runner, that means the tying run would be coming up.
Oh yeah.
We got attitude all over this ballpark.
Attitude. And everywhere you look, gamer babes from Half Moon Bay.
2 balls and 1 strike. Bounced slowly to second. Well, I thought that hit off of Sherholtz's foot. It just sounded weird.
It did, and I thought it did too. Off his foot or his leg. Nope.
That's the way he pivoted.
Let's take a look at our Ultramo, brought to you by Toyota. Toyota Ultramo.
Here's Burrow. Burrow 4 for 10 lifetime with a home run and a double off of Heath Bell.
General strike. The kid on deck, Brandon Crawford.
Bell working to Pat Burrow on the 1-1 pitch. In tight, Richard, Fieri, Spence, Squalls, Adams, Bell.
Well, both managers has dragged it through the garden of the bullpen. 5 bullpenners used up by both managers today.
Three and 1. And the walk.
An unusual pitch, and you got a 3-run lead, 3-1 count. Throwing a big curveball. Giants don't care. They'll take base runners any way they can get them. And now, a pinch run Matt Cain as the bone spur on Burrow still causing him some problems. And now they get Brandon Crawford, and he represents the tying run.
Crawford 0 for 2. Of course, he's never faced Bell before. And a strike from a 95, very easy 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
But right back in, same pitch, missed a little bit low. And nothing too by Crawford, as we've noticed, the Giants fans are learning. He's got a good eye. He knows his strike zone.
Right right there. He pours in another 95. It's 1-2.
Right at the belt. I think Crawford thought that was a little high, but now he knows it's a big zone. He needs to expand. Protect it too.
Out of play.
And Bell just pounded him with hard stuff. Fastball, 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 fastball. All 95, 96 mile an hour. Healthy fastballs.
One ball and 2 strikes. Brandon Crawford. Off the mask of Hundley. Tejada at third, Kane at first. Tough take, no swing, 2-2.
Just, did hold up. Let's see the check swing. How close was it? Close.
Let's see, 4 or 5 fastballs at 95, and then that. On the ground, into right field, a base hit. Kane will stop. Crawford comes through, and the Giants aren't finished yet.
Every day he starts to believe a little bit more. And the guy you have to impress first before you can impress anybody else at this level is yourself. You keep getting at bats against all-star closers like this, and it won't be long before you think you belong here. Good 2-strike at bat, gets a hanging breaking ball and rakes it right through the hole on the right side. And now the Giants get the winning run on the plate.
And they got pretty decent speed at first in Crawford.
Doubles defense employed by the outfield of the Padres. They're backing them up.
And to the backstop, and the tying run is at second.
That's a big 90-foot mistake there by Heath Bell.
The numbers for Torres against Bell aren't very good, but we like to look at it as the glass half full. There's the wild pitch.
And they tried to backdoor where that completely went away from where they're looking at. I think it almost hit the foot of Andres Torres.
0 for 7, 5 strikeouts.
Makes him do, partner. It makes him do.
Now timeout is called. Somebody just threw up their hands and wanted time.
He said he didn't go.
Well, you saw it. Doug Black was asking what the count was. It was a wild pitch. Got to be 1-0.
Are you shit?
Venable's coming in. He will make the running catch. And it's going to be left up to Rowan. So lots of speed from Will Venable. Rowan, who nearly had the biggest hit of the game yesterday when Ray Rayburn took one away from him, has got a chance to do it again today. His numbers against Bell, 3 for 9 with 5 strikeouts.
Be ready on that first pitch. Foods.
Outside corner, no balls and 1 strike.
And that was a gift.
Oh, 2.
97-mile-an-hour fastball from Bell, and he's just pounding that outside corner, very much like he does when he pitches at Petco Park in San Diego. They bunch the gaps, and they give Rowan the line on both sides of the field.
Oh, 2 to Rowan. 1-2. Bell will rub up the baseball off to the side of the mound. Giants have put themselves in a spot where they can tie the game with a base hit. One ball and 2 strikes. Chopper to Bartlett, and Bartlett will throw to first, and that's the ball game. So game 1 in this 4-game series goes to the San Diego Padres. Giants had an opportunity to give them a finish, and they came up short.
Well, they did come up short. They just didn't get that offense going until the later part of the game. The big difference in this ball game were the 5 zeros that were put on the board early by starter Clayton Richards of the Padres. And, a 4-game series. Padres take game 1. Stay tuned for tomorrow.
All right. San Diego 5, San Francisco 3. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews, and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for this update.